Hey, hello.
Hello.
This week's gone really quick.
Yeah, for me, it's been pretty slow because I haven't had anything to build. So I've been able to catch up on other things. Because I think the only video I've put out this week is the Tumblr build.
Yeah, that's true.
It's been very quiet. I know that it's the busiest time now, so deliveries are a little bit delayed. But yeah, nothing's turned up yet. So I'm low. Only the Robocop. The Robocop's the only one that's turned up.
I had a bit of a thing with Royal Mail. That were it.
Yeah.
Well, it said something was going to be delivered on the day, and didn't get delivered on the day. But the thing on the tracking says could not get access to the property.
Yeah, it's
a disabled access property, and we have CCTV out. There was nobody on CCTV that tried to access the property.
Yeah.
So I don't mind if they're busy and they couldn't make it that day, but don't lie on the tracking.
No.
And I made that clear to Royal Mail Customer Services. I don't mind if you say could not deliver, too busy or whatever, congested traffic. Don't just blame it on the customer.
Yeah.
And they've not done anything wrong.
Did you get it in the end?
Yeah, I got it the next day. But we didn't even get a card through the door. So
no, they don't. A lot of the tracking stuff now, they don't do anything like that now. It's all sort of digitized. It's the way it's all going.
It was a case of don't mind if you're late. Don't mind if you couldn't deliver it that day because you're really busy. But don't lie on the tracking. Just say it. Do it. Don't blame it on the customer.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't.
But yeah, in terms of deliveries, obviously the last 2 weeks and the next 3 weeks are going to be stupidly busy. So I would say if you're expecting anything in the next 3 weeks, it's going to be massively delayed, I would imagine.
Yeah, which I don't mind. That's fine. Just don't blame it on us when you couldn't physically match the service you said you was going to do.
Yeah. We've had that. We've had that with Royal Mail. We've also had that with Every as well.
Yeah.
Where it said it was going to get delivered, and then it said it wasn't, which is annoying because when you stay in all day for a delivery, and then they go, "Oh, we're not delivering it today." It's sort of wasted day.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's my gripe of the week.
Yeah.
So we do have something to share tonight, actually, because we got it right on this show. We got it right. So we said what we thought it was going to be, and it is what it was going to be.
Yeah, they did a test, a sort of teaser photo. Yeah. And then we were like, hang on, we've recognised that. You did some detective work and it was bang on the money.
But I think this is a remake. I think it's not exactly the same one. So everybody probably knows this, but this is what it is. So it's the USS Constitution, which we did say we thought it was because it's an old D'Agostini build, but I think they've updated the build.
Yeah.
Because there are some differences. I have looked into both, and there are some differences to them.
Yeah, and they've done it. Well, this photo here is with the sort of the rib cage exposed.
Yeah, so you
can have it either way,
or you can have it like there with the rib cage exposed, which I think looks brilliant.
Yeah,
I think that is definitely brilliant. So there you go. That's the full picture. That's with the rib cage exposed.
It's all that rigging. It's that rigging that's like on there.
Saying that though, that's probably easy for a wooden shipbuilder to do.
Oh yeah, they could probably do that in their sleep.
Yeah. Mass constructed from solid mahogany. Flags. The flags are printed onto fabric. Rigging, cotton rigging in various thicknesses. Stern decorations. The highly detailed stern utilizes aged brass finish. Rudder and deadwood are both made from solid mahogany. Hinges, rudder fittings are brass. Keel, solid mahogany keel. Display stand. And then bow design decorations on the bow are made brass finished metal. So if I go down there, specifications are 176 scale, so it's going to be quite big.
Yep.
Length is 1,200 millimeters. That's like 120 centimeters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1 meter 20.
Yeah. Width is 411 millimeters. Height is 924 millimeters. If anybody wants that in inches, the length is 47 inches, width is 16 inches, and height is 36 inches. Number of parts, 9,000 approximately.
Well,
yeah. You can complete or you can do exposed hull. So they're giving you the choice there.
Yeah.
Which one you want to do. You can decoration is bare wood or painted. Paint kit included.
Oh, nice.
So you don't have to buy paint for it, but I know a lot of wooden shipbuilders will probably use better paints that they've always used because they're,
Yeah, and varnish as well, I would imagine you'd need. And
yeah. 32 guns on mahogany carriages. 22 carronades. 5 longboats and hand-stitched cotton sails with bolt ropes. Materials, woods used, oak, mahogany, African walnut and lime. So we have solid oak frames, deck beams, interior planks, solid mahogany, stern keel, stern post, rudder blade, ornaments, cannon carriages, wheels and stern gallery. Casting and brass, ornamentation, cannon support, stern gallery, and then cotton sails, meticulously hand-stitched with bolt ropes, dyed and braided threads. So there we go.
Brilliant.
We do have some...
There's some really nice... Yeah, the detail on it is really nice.
Yeah. Like the back of that is... Yeah. So there you go with the oak frames.
Yeah, having it exposed, it I would say looks better.
Yeah. Depends how you want it.
Yeah, you could. Oh, actually, that picture there is quite good. So you could have one side
exposed, one side.
Yeah, one side planking, the other side exposed, and you could, alternative.
Or you could have half of it planked and the other half exposed.
Yeah.
But I think that's down to your personal preference.
Yeah.
Detailed cannons. So there we go.
Nice.
And then
is that photo etch in there.
Let me go have a look. Probably yes. But a lot of it, and I think a lot of the wooden shipbuilders, they don't really use photo etch.
Right.
But yeah, and then rigging. Wow.
I know, that's just
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. But I mean, if the instructions are clear enough, then I mean, I did the Titanic rigging and I didn't find it as bad as what I thought it was going to be, and it was quite relaxing. So yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So on the website, there's a bit about the modelling technique. Now, Gora has been releasing things on social media about the build and everything. So you get plans with it. So that photo instructions, and we even get a jig with it to build, to make sure you get it right. We never got that with Titanic. And then the paints. All that, it said you can leave it, don't paint it.
Yeah, I mean, They're giving you everything that you need: the jig, the paints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, with Agora, you can do the 12 months or the 24 months. So 12 months is pack one, only £59.99. And then after that will be £119.99. Or you can do the 24 months, pack one only £59.99, and then £64.99 per month after that, and you get a kit every 2 months.
Yeah.
So you'll get a kit, and then you'll miss a month, and then get a kit the next month. So that's how that works.
Yeah.
Nice picture there, and then there's some history about it underneath.
Nice.
So there we go. Now, this is not, it's pre-order at the moment, and it's dispatching in April 2025.
That's right. Yeah. I've also set up a Facebook group for it as well.
Yeah.
So if you're planning on building it or you just want to know what's going on with it, check out the Facebook group.
So all the information is there. I mean, I can see some people modding it, maybe to make it a different, different class, but yeah, looks really nice.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah. I mean, a load of people were asking about this. We found a website that does all the ship builds, and then Agora have come along and have given us one as well, because loads of people were asking about the wooden ships.
Yes.
So they seem to be coming through, really.
I am hoping this is a revival for the wooden ships.
Yeah.
That they may come back, because I think people miss them, really.
Yeah, I think there was a few that, like I can remember Wayne, where he couldn't get one of the packs, so he couldn't finish it.
Yeah, we did try the wooden Titanic with Eagle Moss, but they went under before we could complete that. So yeah,
there's potential for that to be returned, like to come back as well, isn't there? There's potential for that to return.
Yeah. So there we go.
Yeah,
very, very nice. And it's definitely different for Agora to do a wooden ship build as well.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of these bigger companies now are sort of steering away from these older wooden builds. Everything now seems to be
and plastic and screwed together type.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of the rubber being used now, and cloth and all that sort of stuff, and they're sort of moving away from this old style wood shipbuilding stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So if you fancy something completely different and a challenge, there you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will definitely hone your skills.
Yes, definitely.
It's not like you were saying, it's not a normal part work in the sense of you're not screwing or clicking anything in. This is proper gluing.
When I look at John Bill's iconic military models, and he's doing his HMS Victory, which was a part work from D'Agostini, he's taken it to a completely different level. And even though you may go for a 12-month plan, I just don't think you'd complete it in that 12 months. There is a lot involved to do.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot involved.
You'd want to pace yourself as well with that sort of build, because you wouldn't want to rush it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah.
So you can collect all the parts in 12 months, but you might not have the ship built in 12 months.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of them that you definitely want to take your time with. It's not one you'd want to rush.
No, that's for sure. I mean, if you do go for the planking, you'd have to. There's that special technique you use to bend them as well, and that takes time.
Yeah, and sometimes some people might look at the planking that they give you and go, "No, not using that. I'm going to use some of my own. That's better." And there's all that's involved. But when I watch wooden ship builders on YouTube and stuff, they have an array of things that they can do with stuff. It's amazing what they can do. So, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I was looking at the ship builds as well, weren't I? On the other side, we were talking during the week, and I was looking at maybe doing one of those ones that we mentioned a couple of weeks ago, maybe the fishing boat or the cutaway section, something like that. See how I'll get on with it.
Yeah. So there we go. If you are into wooden shipbuilding and everything, then there you go. There's your problems. You know, there's a build for you.
Yeah, get yourself over to Agora. You know, Christmas is coming up. You could hint. You know,
I can't. I'm maxed out. I'm absolutely maxed out to my limit. So, but there we go. But I think the good thing with Agora is it will be there for a while. It will be there for a while.
For quite a while. Yeah.
So it's going to be. It's not going to be one of these that, you know, like a bit like with Hardshare. It was hard. You know, after about 4 or 5 months, you can't really subscribe from issue 1 anymore.
Yeah.
So with Agora, it is going to be there for a while.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah.
Right. I'll go to chat and see what everybody's saying. Yeah.
I don't think nothing else has come up apart from the only other thing we know what's coming out is the Dalek.
Yeah.
Which is early next year. But apart from that, I don't see there's nothing really out apart from the Darth Vader, which is due out shipping this month. But yeah.
We know the Iron Spider-Man's probably going to come next year, so
very early next year. I would imagine pre-orders might open this month, but we don't know yet. We'll have to see on that one.
Yeah. Okay, right. So comments. Keep me on my toes again. So at 5:49 yesterday, evening Mark and Kev for the customary first time. So evening D.
Evening D.
After that, at 7:37 p.m., Steve131 says, one notes that a young D Harris has bested me yet again. And then at 17 minutes past 8 this morning, we have Kevin and Mary saying, morning, Kevin Mark. So morning. Kevin and Mary. I will read this because I'll explain. D says to Steve, he was late posting the stream yesterday, but you have beat me a few times, had to get in first time, LOL. I was out yesterday, so we were visiting my in-laws in the town we used to live in, and it's like an hour and a half bus journey there, an hour and a half bus journey back. So we had to go see them because it was my mother-in-law's birthday on Monday. So it was the only time we could really get over there to see them. So it's not an easy bus. I mean, we used to have to do that. We used to have to do 2 hours there, 2 hours back when we used to go to the dentist when we lived in that town.
Oh,
it was like a day out going to a dentist for a 20-minute appointment.
Yeah.
So there we go. We've got Ian Campbell in who says, hello, all fellow modelers. Hi, Mark and Kev. Good luck with the show. Thank you, Ian.
Cheers,
welcome.
Ian.
And remember, guys, you've now got 31 days to get your orders into Partwork upgrades before the deadline. So, and I know Ian's been stressing this all week. Every order will be fulfilled.
Yes.
They will be done, but the cut-off line is 31st of December. But obviously, still the orders will be shipped out in January because all orders will be fulfilled by Partwork upgrades.
Yeah.
So there we go. Ian says, just finishing a game of snooker. We'll be back for 7 p.m. Well, I hope you win, Ian.
Yeah.
I'm really good at pool, but I'm not very good at snooker.
I can play both. It's a numbers thing, I think, with snooker. Because there's numbers and then there's a way you pop the colours.
Yeah.
So
I can do pool. I can really, really do well at pool because angles are really easy for me, but snooker, no.
Yeah.
We've got Spider Sprue saying, evening Mark on this channel. Evening Spider Sprue, thank you for coming in. And we've got Spider Sprue saying, hot evening Kev on this channel.
Evening.
Right. Then we've got Dave Matt Bill says, good evening Mark and Kev. Have a great stream tonight. Thank you, Dave Matt. Welcome.
Cheers, Dave.
And then we've got Ian's World of Models in saying, good evening to all in chat. Hope you had a good weekend. Thank you, Ian. Yes, welcome.
Ian.
Been tiring, very because we put some Christmas decorations up today as well. So
yeah, we've done most of that, and like I said, I've done a bit of a clearance. So I was able to do some stuff that I previously knocked off because I was doing other things. So
well, I had to go in the loft because the youngest won't do it. So I had to go in the loft to get the Christmas decorations out. And I passed something down to Julie beforehand, and she took it into the bedroom. So I found a box, and literally, I got the box. Youngest is on the step ladder holding it in place, and she disappeared. I'm like, I can't hold this box for really long. It's really heavy. So the youngest had to come off the step ladders, climb up top, holding this really heavy box. The step ladders start to shake. It's like, Jesus. So I don't go up in the loft very often, but yeah, the worst timing. But yeah, the Christmas decorations are up today, so another year. Stephen Haynes Model says, hi, Mark and Kev. Evening, Stephen. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Oh gosh, now I've got to right. And then we've got David Hawley saying, good evening, Kev and Mark and all. Evening, David. Welcome.
Hi, David.
We've got Ian's World of Models saying, evening, Mark and Kev. Evening, Ian. Welcome. Oh, we've got Dylan's Den of Models in saying, hi, all. Hi, Dylan's Den of Models.
Hi, Dylan.
Dylan's Den of Models over the week. So I do his gauntlet, and then I know he's been working on his Eleanor for the past few days. So I've been watching that. It's been good fun. Yeah. We've got Dan Crinan saying, hello, everyone. Have a great show, guys. Thank you, Dan, and welcome.
Cheers, Dan.
Hello to you. Ian says, nice hat, Kev.
Thank you.
Is this something we're going to see every week?
Yeah, for Christmas, just cheer everybody up. You know, I know what Christmas is for some people and for others as well. And some people absolutely love it, and other people think it's absolute crap and everything else. So I just try to bring a balance. That is why I've got my Gremlin.
Oh, that's awesome!
Jumper on, right? So I've got the Christmas element, but also, you know, the horror element.
What are you on about? First Gremlins film is a Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Film.
It is a Christmas movie, yeah.
It's supposed to be it's not supposed to be a horror. It's supposed to be a Christmas comedy film.
Yeah.
There we go. So I don't know why people think it's a horror. It's not. It's
I know.
The thing about it is, when it came out and we were kids, we found it funny. Probably kids now wouldn't find it funny.
No. There are some films that are really good still, but I think some films are very dated. Especially when you're watching them now, you kind of go, it's getting there, isn't it? It's a bit dated now.
Yeah. Still have a Partwork of a Gremlin. That'd be awesome.
That'd be good.
Yeah. We've got It Burns When I Pee. Dave H saying, good evening, all. Good evening, Dave. Welcome. I like that channel. I like that channel name. It's good. Denmark Bill says, I've not put any videos since last Monday with the way things are going on at the moment with Mum. Yeah, I heard about that, Dave. I'm sorry to hear that. You're busy taking care of your mum at the moment. So, yeah. Ian Campbell says, no access to property, Mark. What were they trying to do? Put it in your lounge? Well, I don't know. I honestly don't know. We have a driveway. There's no car on it. We have a ring doorbell. We know when somebody comes down the drive because it goes off. So this is what I was trying to explain to Royal Mail customer service. It just, I don't mind if you're late or you can't deliver it because you've been so busy. It's a run up to Christmas. But just don't lie about it and blame it on the customer. Yeah. That's just as simple as it is.
100%.
Yeah. We've got Lindsay's Bills in who says, hello, everyone. Hi, Lindsay. Welcome.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hope you're good. And then we've got Kevin and Mary in saying, evening, everyone. Evening, Kevin and Mary.
Hi, Kevin and Mary.
Denmark Bill says, I'm still waiting on Peter Webster's issues 129 to 132. Hope they come soon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Titanic.
Yeah, I got my issues yesterday of the extension, so that's 142, 143, 144, and 145 yesterday. So mine's come through, and I told Dave Matt this, but I actually spoke to Harshette in the week because I asked her, and you're doing the extension because we're going to have 50 extra magazines. Are you going to be supplying binders with them, or do we have to buy them from the web shop or whatever? And they said they will be sending binders out for the extra magazines.
That's good.
They said approximately 2, because it's about 25 issues in each magazine.
Each one.
Yeah. So they've assured me that we still have to pay for them, obviously, but they will be sending them out in your deliveries.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I did clear that up with Harshette, because I was thinking to myself, well, I'm going to have to rearrange all the magazines again into the folders to try and make room for more, but we will be getting them.
Yeah, talking about Hachette for a minute, I messaged them last week about the Dalek build. Got a response back on Monday. So it will be, if you subscriptions will go up, obviously, and it'll be 4 issues every month.
Right.
I think it's going to be $11.99, but you have to pay a pound each issue for delivery.
Right.
So I did find out that it's going to be 4 issues if you subscribe.
Right.
So much like the Lancaster
Titanic.
Yeah.
So that we said this last week, didn't it? They're just keeping to their business model because it works for them.
Yeah, and I think each issue is going to be, I think it was $11.99.
Right. So
after the probation period of the first 2 issues.
Right. So that has gone up a little bit, hasn't it? 'Cause normally, well, it was £10, well, $9.99. Then it went to $10.99. Now,
the Tumblr's $10.99, and so this one's $11.99. So sort of it goes on par. They go up about £1 every year or so.
But it does mean one good thing, which means it's going to be in shops if it's 4 issues.
It is going to be in newsagents, that's for sure. Yeah. And also as well, it means it'll be cheaper to get it from the newsagents because you don't pay delivery.
Right.
So because you pay delivery charge on the delivery, it means you'll be paying for the delivery. Where if you get it from the newsagents, you don't pay that.
Right.
So you'd save yourself some money. It's the same thing with the Tumblr. You pay for the delivery as well.
Yes.
But if you get it from the newsagents, you're saving yourself the delivery charge because you don't pay that. So
that's if you have a newsagents, you can get it from.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Unlike me, who we did have a newsagent, we could have got it from, but that's in shut. So yeah. Ian Campbell says, "Hit those thumbs up, all. Yes, please, if you could.
Yeah,
really helps
a lot. Help. Yeah.
David Hawley says, "I agree, Mark. Don't blame it on the customer."
No, and you'll get. The problem is, I think you're going to get a lot of this over the next 3 weeks because it's obviously gone mad already last 2 weeks, but it's only going to get worse. For us deliveries, I think they're going to take longer. Some fan home ones come from Europe.
Yeah, but I think it angers people more than when. I'm not just saying Royal Mail. Every delivery company has its problems at this time of year. But when they do blame it on the customer and it's not the customer's fault and they haven't been able to do it, then, don't blame it on the customer. Just be honest.
Yeah.
You couldn't fulfill it for that day, so we're having to do it the next day.
Yeah.
That's what gets me mad, and that they blame us.
They run out of time, basically. What happens is they run out of time.
When I was driving, I worked for DPD over Christmas time, and I know how much they were having a warehouse. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And even they are in that warehouse saying, no way is that lot going to get there before Christmas. He's got no chance at all.
Yeah.
But it just don't blame it on the customer. Blame it, just be honest. That's all. And it won't anger people as much. Maybe, you'll be annoyed that it didn't come that day. But then you say, look, he'll definitely be there the next day. Just don't blame us.
Yeah.
So this is on the USS Constitution. D says 4 foot long.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he just says, sorry, just seen imperial measurements on the screen. Yeah, I will. You see, I'm new school. I use centimeters and millimeters, where a lot of people use inches.
Inches, yeah.
My mum still works in cups. Half a cup of flour, half a cup of. She still works in cups. She cannot get different measurements. D. Harris says, something tells me that is the design. One side planked and the other side is meant to be exposed. Oh, hang on. And then he says, wrong again, LOL, seen both sides planked. Very nice model. Yeah,
it does. I think it does actually say on there that you can have it planked or unplanked, so you can see the rib cage. And there's a nice picture with if you can get it so there's light coming through, it does look really nice with the light coming through and the planks and the rib cage exposed. And you get that nice, atmospheric light through it.
I think one D'Agostini did originally was the HMS Bounty, and that had an exposed rib cage.
Yeah.
On that one. So, yeah, it does look really nice.
Yeah.
And if you're not a fan of planking, then it's a great way to save time.
Yeah, because, like I was saying, there's a tech, because the planks come obviously like planks of wood, but there's a special technique you have to do to bend them. Because you can't just nail them on. You have to there's a way of bending them. So there's a special technique. I can't remember what the technique's called, but there is a technique that you use to bend them so they bend into the right shape.
You soak them in warm water beforehand, and then you put them on and then let them dry, and the wood will dry into the shape.
Yeah.
If I'm right. Okay, Stephen Haynes Model says, Mark, how did you sort out the Lancaster's landing gear doors, please? I haven't sorted mine out, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a knack for that.
Harchefs have now come up with a solution. And the solution is they are going to be sending out some replacement hinges. So the pin hinges they used, they are going to be sending out some replacements. There is a video online on how to replace them. To tell you the truth, when I was working on mine, they are pretty easy to remove and put back in. So it's not a problem doing it. It's literally 2 screws on each side to take out the old hinges and then put the new ones in. But Harchef have announced they've addressed the problem. Yeah. There is a video online that shows how to resolve it, and they actually do show with the new hinges the doors closing, and with the old hinges the doors closing not right.
Yeah.
So, but we do not know when that's coming. We don't know when the replacement hinges are due to come.
That's the second replacement. And how many issues are you
We're in the 40s.
That's the second, because they replaced the motor sections, didn't they?
No, the first one was the prop shaft not turning. Yeah. So, and they said it was down to the circuit board not giving out, the test board not giving out enough amperage. Yeah. So they sent another test board. They replaced the landing gear struts.
Yeah.
For that. And what's the other
They pre-built the engines as well, didn't they?
Yes, they have, yeah. A lot of problems in 40 issues, but I'm just hoping this is the last of it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping that they're catching them, which is good. I mean, it's also worth noting that we had the replacement windshield as well for the tumbler.
Yeah.
Recently as well. So, yeah.
And I think it's a case of if more people report the problem, they'll probably will look into it.
Yes.
And I think they've learned from the Spitfire that they have to look into these problems and listen to the people that are building it.
Yeah.
So, okay. Baz P, welcome, says, anyone considering building the Constitution, please bear in mind a display case is essential for these things. Once dust gets on the complex rigging, you'll never get it off.
Yeah, because of the cloth and that, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if Agora are going to supply one.
No.
I'm just looking. Maybe they will, I don't know. I can't see anything yet, but there might be an option to buy one.
Yes.
Build, possibly.
There's a few companies out that do display cases. It's worth having a look around if you need something.
Definitely. Model Citizen says, I suggest a plank cutter. I have kits to do from Model Space.
I think that's included. I think they're giving you all of that.
I can't remember. I don't know.
I think they supply you with the paints, the kit, because I think the kit was part of the build. I wasn't too sure whether it was a subscriber gift or something. I do remember them supplying a cutting kit with it when it was on Model Space. I remember. Yeah.
He also says 3. Oh wow, he's got 3 wooden ship builds for Model Space to do. Wow, that's a lot. Wow.
Considering Model Space isn't about anymore as well, you've had them for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Save anything for a rainy day.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah. Then he does say hi also. Hi, Model Citizen. Welcome to the stream. And then we've got Bookman's Model Mania saying, hi, guys. Looking forward to the Constitution. So we've got Book doing it as well.
Hi, Buck.
I know John Bill's Iconic Military Model said he was doing it as well. So
yeah, I thought that was. I would imagine he was going to build it straight away as soon as he saw it come up. I'm pretty sure he was like, yeah, building that.
Yeah. So Ian's World Model says, I see there is going to be some modified hinges for the landing gear doors in the Lancaster.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just mentioned. Yeah.
At least they've addressed it.
Yes.
Yes.
But like you said, there's been a lot of problems this early on. Though they've caught them and they fixed them, it's, you're only 40 issues in and there's already been at least 4 problems, which they've sorted. But hopefully, like you said, they've learned from their Spitfire.
Okay, 2 seconds.
Yep.
Can somebody on my moderators remove Vicious 2's post at 7:36, please, if it hasn't been removed? Sorry.
That's right.
Okay. Ian Campbell says, we've not long off anything, Lancaster or bike rider yet. Be quick, we'll do it later. So
yes.
So well, brilliant. So yeah, get your orders in.
Yep.
Scottish Trekkie says, question for Nexus. How do I hang a WWE title on my wall? There we go.
Like that. I just use screws.
Ah, there we go.
I just screw into the wall. I make a hole in the wall, put a plug in it, put a screw, and then just hang it. Because the buckles, the belt hinges, they just sit straight on it. And it's perfect. All these people buy the special. They do sell a special belt hanger, but it's cheaper to do it that way. That's what I've done there, and like I do with all of my belts. I just 2 holes in the wall plug, a screw, and it hooks perfect. And I can hook it on and off whenever I like, and replace it because they're all sort of near enough the same sort of width size for the leather. So that's how I do it.
He also did say hi, lads, early, but I missed that. So hi, Scottish, welcome. Ian says,
so I'll just reiterate because I've got one here. So basically, you get the screw.
There we go.
Yeah, so just any screw, and they fit into there, and that's where you hang it from. And that's all I do with that. Just 2 screws. You measure along here, you screw into the wall, done.
Brilliant.
That's the quickest and easiest way.
Ian says he's playing online at funkysnooker.com.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay. Scottish Trekkie says, also had a great weekend and love this podcast, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Much appreciated. Modz Citizen says, hey all, I am on fan home fixed payment cycle, 5th of the month. So all my subs go out at the same day and most importantly get delivered at the same time. Just email fan home if you're interested.
Oh, okay, that's good.
This was something, remember, they emailed out quite a while ago, didn't they?
Yeah.
They were trialing people on a fixed payment cycle.
They were, yeah.
And honestly, Mod Citizens, the first one that's actually said they're on that tonight.
Yeah, they did. They did trial it. I don't know if they're still doing that. I don't know, but I know they did trial that.
Yeah.
Where you could have everything get paid at the same time and then delivered at the same sort of, or pushed out at the same sort of time.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Worth asking if you want to do that.
Yeah. So, and that's the first time I've heard some feedback about that, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
Denmark Bill says, I've already got issues 133 to 141, just waiting on the other ones. Got an email from Royal Mail that I'm expecting a package tomorrow. Just hope it's the missing out issues. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's a crazy time at the moment.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Kenneth Sin saying, hey, Mark and Kevin, I'm sitting here watching my favourite YouTube people whilst playing Star Wars Outlaws game on Xbox. I'm planning on getting the Porsche 917K model kit. Wow.
Nice. Cool.
Nice.
Hi, Kenneth.
Hi, Kenneth. Welcome and thank you for that.
Yeah.
Ian Campbell says, this clearly shows that Partwork companies just go with it and do not build or QA beforehand. They need to sort that out. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They basically, the company builds, as we all know, the test model, which is all plastic. Then when it goes into full production, that's when they do the die cast.
Yeah.
And obviously they are building it probably, 20 issues ahead than what we're building it, but they're sort of building it at the same time. So that's why they're catching these problems and then able to rectify those problems later on. But they don't put it in, and there's a cost element to that. That's why they don't do that. There's a cost to, because if they produced it all and it doesn't sell very well, they've wasted a lot of money because it's the molding. We've done this before. It's the tooling and the molding that cost the most money on anything. Builds, that includes Airfix models as well as trains and all that sort of stuff. All the money, it's not the materials. The money is the tooling. It's not even the licensing. It's the tooling and the molds that cost the money. And obviously, I don't want to produce them before they release a model just in case it doesn't sell. So there's sort of a cost element to it.
We've got Daz Faulkner in saying, how do everyone? Hi, Daz. Welcome.
Hi, Daz.
Thank you for coming. There was a comment. That's why I was asking moderators to delete. There was a comment in there that I needed deleted that was on my channel. So, Dave Macbill says, I see D beat me again, deleting the message. Ian said, D Harris was on it and beat me to it. LOL.
He's very quick. He's always on the ball, that guy.
Yeah. And then D's like, fastest finger first. And Ian. And
fastest finger first. What was that? That was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fastest finger first.
And then Dave Matt Bells, the fastest finger on the stream, LOL. Ian says, model space is classed a swear word. Come on, chaps, a little less, please, LOL.
Yes, it's a dirty word.
Well, it is when they packed up.
What happened and everything else. It was not a good thing.
No. Scottish Trekkie says, thanks, Nexus. Cheers, thank you.
Nice one.
And then Daz Forden says, D, thank you so much. I'm 10 short of 200 subs, LOL, but glad you like. Right.
Yeah.
And then Amal Sitton says, it's awesome. All 5 arrive at once.
When they do come out, my models, I do get a lot all together. But there has been some delays with some coming in and out, like out and stuff. And not all of the Partwork from Fan Home come from the UK. Some of them come from the Europe warehouse. So it takes time for it all to sort out. It depends what one you're building, I think.
How theirs gets dispatched from a UK warehouse.
It does indeed, yeah.
Fan Home, I believe, is dispatched from a warehouse in Germany.
There is one in the UK, but most of their builds, I think, come from Germany. So you've got to think they're having Christmas as well. Then they've got to get on a lorry or a bus or what, you know what I mean, whatever, from there to the UK, and then they go through the UK system. So you can imagine there's going to be a little bit of a delay with them, especially now. So
yeah. David Holler says, by the way, Kev, well done on the tumbler build and all working. Mine went the same way, and I was amazed at all working first time. I'm amazed.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah.
And I was actually just saying to Kev before this stream, at least you now know what's going to happen with the Lazy Susan.
Yeah, it's going to be what it displays on. So there's another bit that goes over the top of it, and then the car sits on that.
Yeah. So at least
we just haven't got. The only problem is we just haven't got a car at the moment to sit on top of it. We've got a roof. Yeah, brilliant. That's it. We haven't got anything else.
I've never known a build where you don't build the chassis first and you build.
No, it's one of the strangest car builds I've ever come across.
Yeah, it is. But yeah. Ian says, Kev, surely it costs more to sit and wait. If I was a Partwork company, I'd want it to be 100% before I'd be happy to sell to others.
It's money. It all comes down to that.
Yeah.
This is the reason why years ago why companies tested their builds before releasing them, so they know what sold, so they didn't waste money.
Yeah.
But they've done this for since the dawn of time, sort of thing. So they always they do the test build in plastic so they can ship it around, show investors and potential customers. And then they sort out what bits are going to be die cast. And it's the reason why we keep getting stuff like with the Lancaster, like with the Tumbler, stuff redesigned, because it works when it's plastic and when it's on it as a test build. But once they start changing and putting stuff in, it requires rechange or a redesign.
I think a lot of it as well is when they do the prototype, which we all know is in plastic and not really any of the electrics are working.
No.
I think that's a lot to go to companies and say, look, this is what we can build. This is what we can do. Do you want to sell it? Because Hachette are only selling it on behalf of a company that's making it.
Yeah, exactly. You also got to think that, D'Agostini, Fan Home, IXO, Agora, Hachette, they're the middleman. They only sell you it. They don't make it. They just sell you it. So they're the middle guys. So,
if in case like some of them, they'll have an idea to do something, and then we'll approach a company and say,
yes,
right, there's this we want to do. Is it possible? Can we get the license? Can it be built? Can it do this and do that?
Yeah, it's sort of like they sometimes, Hachette, for instance, they'll approach these companies and say, can you do this? Other times the manufacturer will go to Hachette and go, we can do this. Is it something that you're interested in?
I think one which was quite famous for that was the Enterprise D. Because Eagle Moth approached a company and said, can you do this? Can you make a model of this?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. So the Enterprise, before it came out through Eagle Moss, went through 2 redesigns, and it was, I think, when it first got released, it was 7 years in the making. It took us 7 years to get to the point where we got our first issue, because it was an idea. Then they done the first prototype, and everyone will remember that awful first prototype with the blue deflector dish, the duck egg color, the blue duck egg coloring, the lights not on around the saucer bit. It looked awful. Then they redesigned it into the one we're getting now, and then obviously it takes time to put it through. But yeah, I think it was a 7 year. It was in the making for 7 years before we got our first issue. It was a long time. I think they started thinking about it actually why people were doing the DeLorean. Yeah. So that shows you how long ago.
But some of them do come up with ideas and then go, right, can we do? So
I'm pretty. D'Agostini or Hachette have probably gone, can you make the Dalek? And then they go off and design it, and then they come back and go, yeah, we can do that. Other times, though, I think a lot of times with the car builds, I think that they are ones that say that PCT sort of go, oh, we can make a Mustang, and they go, are you interested? And they go, oh, yeah, okay. And that way, it works both ways. But yeah, it's all cost related. Like I said, it comes down to the molding process. And they can't, when it comes down to die cast and stuff like that, they can't just produce one. It has to be, it's a sort of a vacuum mold seal thing. So they'd have to produce loads, and then they'd have to make, if you're spending 10 grand on one mold and it doesn't sell, that's wasted money. So where if it's plastic, it's cheaper, easier. You can 3D print stuff nowadays. I mean, so.
Yeah.
Tenor
says, I'm still waiting for the eBay seller to find stages 2 to 22 of the Eaglemoss Ghostbusters Ecto before I can start it. It's just sitting on the floor waiting for me to start it.
Yeah.
That's a good build, though. It's worth it in the long run.
Yeah, a lot of people that I've seen build it absolutely love it, despite Doorgate and everything else that went on with it.
Yeah.
It turned out to be a really good build.
Yeah. Scottish Trekkie says, sorry, I go on. I love your responses to me, but any of you know when issue fan home Star Trek USS Stargazer will ship in the UK? Thanks.
Well, you get one ship a month. They've already done the Titan, which I still haven't got, by the way. I'm still waiting for that. I would imagine, like with anything, so you'd get a payment date through, which will probably be next week or the week after. Then it's about a week or two before they start shipping. So fingers crossed, you get it either just before or just after Christmas.
Right.
Just because of how busy everything is at the moment. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. You might, if it gets processed and pushed out end of next week, you may be very lucky to get it before Christmas. But yeah, don't be surprised like you might get it after Christmas. It's really strange. So the first 3 weeks of December are really busy, like manic, and then you have like two days before Christmas. It's normally the day before Christmas Eve and Christmas Eve. It's dead. All the work just cuts off, and then after Christmas, it's really strange. There's not a lot about, but you do get a clog in the system, as you said as well. You've said you've seen that firsthand with DHL, and it's the same with Royal Mail as well. There's only so many hours in a day, and only so much they can deliver in one day.
They do. I mean, when I was there, they work because I was like extra staff for Christmas. They do try and bring in extra staff to help.
They do clear it, and they are pretty good. But like I said, with everything else, you've got to think how many other people are sending stuff. We've just had Black Friday, and we're having Cyber Monday tomorrow, which normally then bumps up everything else. And lots of people say it's a postcode lottery. It really is. Especially with Royal Mail. So it depends on where you live,
Yeah.
on how good their system is, how good your postman is, what their staff levels are like. So it is a real postcode lottery. It doesn't mean just because I get my post every day doesn't mean yourself gets it or someone else gets that. So yeah, it's But hopefully before Christmas. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's like after Christmas.
Yeah. Ian says, Kev, yes, middleman, although you should be 100% that what they take on is good to sell, as in the end, it'll cost them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that they are, I would imagine that Hachette, in the terms of Lancaster, are rightfully pissed off.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they've sold it on good terms from the manufacturer, and the manufacturer hasn't got it right.
Mm.
So they're probably not happy as well. So, you know, we're not happy. Hachette are not happy. And the company that's producing it are rectifying that problem, which is good. But yeah, it you know. Yeah.
Ian also says, folk would not mind a delay if they knew it had been built, Q&A, etc., and ready to go.
Yeah.
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 And then Ian says, the manufacturer of the original first of the vehicle should bear all associated costs and demonstrate it's ready for market.
Yes. But I don't think that happens. But there you go.
No. David Hawley says, going to say goodnight, guys, before time runs out on the stream. Lots of fun again. Look forward to the stream every week. Thanks once again, and take care, guys. Till next time. Night, David. Thank you.
Night, Dave.
That's lovely. Thank you. Ian says, Mark, loving your new man cave. I love it here. I live in here.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
Any spare time, I'm in here. Love it. Absolutely. I can do everything I want to in here. Denmark Bill says, great stream once again, guys. Thank you, Dave Mac.
Cheers, Dave.
Night. And Ian Campbell says, great stream, guys. And I'm caught up.
Lovely. And we're at the end. What you got coming up, Mark? No
more videos this week, as usual. I did put out just before the live stream a December update. And I think I'm live with Dano on Thursday night. He's doing his driving test, and that's it. I will say something, though, that me and Kev discussed last week. If you are doing a Partwork live show during the week and you want us to shout it out on tonight's Sunday live stream, let me know or let Kev know.
Yep.
And we will make sure at the end of the live stream we shout out your live stream for that week and time.
Yep. And we'll put a link as well to your channel and everything else so everyone can catch it.
Yeah. So if you have a live stream coming up and you want to shout out for it, let us know and we will shout it out for you on the Sunday show. It's a bit of sharing, really. And then you know what's coming up. Yeah. Okay. So D Harris says, a good night, Mark and Kev, until next time. Night, D.
Cheers, D.
Ian says, night all night, Ian. And Ian's World of Muller says, bye, guys. Great stream.
Cheers,
anything
Ian.
for you, Kev, this week?
RoboCop, there will be a channel update this because it's December, so I'll do a channel update. And then hopefully some other stuff turn up before the end of the week and I'll have some more stuff. But at the moment, it's just RoboCop and Tumblr. Yeah. Okay. D says, fastest finger first, gents, next time, LOL. But hope not. Yeah, I'll explain that one when we come off stream. Yeah. And then Kevin and Mary say night all. Night, everyone.
And then Cyrus Bruce says night all. Great stream. So thank you everybody tonight. Thank you for watching, for your chat and everything. We will be back same time, same place next week. Like I said, if you have a live stream that wants shouting out, let us know and we will shout it out next Sunday. So just leaves me to say I've been Mark.
I've been Kev.
We'll catch you all next week, guys. Bye.
See you later, guys.